Hey guys, so I'm just gonna shoot a quick video. I actually asked you guys on Facebook 1 week ago if you had any questions for me. So I wanted to go through some of those questions. I'll try to answer all of them if I can. Some of them were pretty silly, so thanks guys for keeping your sense of humor. So I'm not gonna be addressing those questions, specifically the square root of 3,567.42. I just want to thank you guys so much for your amazing positive reaction regarding my recent painting, a depiction of my friend James Schwab, and the title of the painting is James. And I also did an accompanying video, so if you haven't seen that video yet, it should be the one right before this one, and it's where I interview him on his journey as a non-binary trans femme queer. So if you have any questions regarding that subject, please visit that video. Thank you guys so much for your positive reactions on that painting. I feel like I'm really entering into new foreign territory with regard to melding the video with my paintings. So the first question I want to answer is by Kendra Stetzer Rowe. And her question is, how do you choose your subject matter for a painting? The common linkage between any one of my paintings is that they are definitely from the heart. I'm really trying to make earnest, honest, forthright work, and that's been something I've been trying to do since I started taking painting seriously in 2006. So I've been leaning definitely heavily on social and political issues or hot topics or discussions that are happening in contemporary society. So a lot of my subject matter right now deals with current issues, specifically in the American landscape. So I hope that answers that. So basically anything I'm really feeling in a nutshell. All right, the next question is, what's your favorite novel and why? My favorite novel is, and this has been my favorite novel for a long time, is Oscar Wilde's The Portrait of Dorian Gray. This was the only novel in my knowledge that Oscar Wilde wrote, and it is a very fascinating, macabre, grotesque, beautiful tale. I really love, oh, the sun's coming out, yay! I really love Oscar Wilde because he inspires me, and he was an author who went against current society at that time. He was very shunned for being homosexual, and he garnered his strength and used that in the face of adversity, used his writing as a tool to connect with middle and upper class people, and he really was a wit of that time. So my favorite novel is Portrait of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. There's definitely others that are up there, but that is definitely my number one. So the next question is by Sean Benton, and he asks, what is the best way to find the right dealer for your artwork? There's also a second part of that question, what's the best way to find the right gallery that won't screw you over? Okay, that's a really loaded question. I would start with the type of artwork you make. So examine and understand and really thoroughly know what type of work you're making, because that's how you're going to start exploring the right gallery for you. So then the next step, once you have a good handle, let's say your artwork is realism. So you're not going to want to go to a gallery that only shows abstract work. So your next step is you will be researching galleries that you're interested in, or galleries whose artists' work you like, and then you want to make yourself as familiar as possible with that gallery's stable. So what this means is you're literally going to go on the gallery website, and you're going to look at the artists that that gallery carries, and you're going to go to every single artist's website and look at their work. That's how you're going to determine if you are a good fit for the gallery. You also want to look at the gallery's mission and aim and what work specifically they are looking for. That's really important. I highly do not recommend that you just cold call and, just write a gallery haphazardly, because nothing good is going to come of that. And worst, you could be blacklisted if they tell other people, or they find out that you've been doing this, or it seems like you're just kind of using the same messages for every gallery, you know what I mean? Like you're copy and pasting and you're just like, hey, my name's so-and-so. They get 5,000 messages like this a day, especially the galleries in New York. So once you've determined, I would limit it to 5. Once you've determined your top 5 galleries that you feel your work would be a good fit for, then you're going to be physically present at that gallery. So you're going to go to that gallery and you're going to support that gallery, and hell or high water, you are not going to ask for anything. Don't ask for anything unless it feels right, unless you feel like there's a natural connection. So it's, you know, finding the right gallery is a lot like courtship. You want to kind of sniff it out, suss it out, go to the openings, meet the people, start mingling with the other artists who are showing at that gallery, talk with the owner, talk with the owner's wife, even more important. You just want to basically become friends of the directors of the gallery. So, you know, this takes time, and that's a beautiful part of it. This is a relationship. This is a working relationship. The gallery is going to be working for you. You are going to be working for the gallery. It's a very symbiotic 50-50 relationship. There is a lot of money involved. There's a lot of risk involved. It's just really important that you play the cards right and don't step on anyone's toes. Most importantly, don't step on your own toes in the process. And just go about it stealthily, but also very authentically and honestly, and keep your heart in the right place. Above all, just keep making artwork. Yay! Carolyn Ann says, if you are interested in painting, where do you think is a good place to start? The best place to start, Carolyn, is just simply from your heart and paint what you feel. And I know that sounds so like hippy dippy and overarching, but the best place to start is just where you're interested. If you love birds and you love bird watching and that just strikes a fire in your soul, then by all means paint birds. If you love toothbrushes, if you love toothbrushes, if you love toothpaste, if you love a certain type of garden, if you love just painting men, if you love just painting nudes, the more specific even the better. But the bottom line is you've got to be passionate about it, I feel like, because that passion's going to really come through your brushstrokes and you're going to be developing your voice that way. The next question is by Scott Smellfarmer, and he says, what has been your personal experience regarding gender disparity in the art community? Another loaded question. Thank you so much for asking that, Scott. I think when I was younger, I probably held more anger, and I think that goes for probably a lot of human beings. Just as you grow, you get wiser, and you also get more calm about certain things. So of course there's a gender disparity. I mean, all the proof is right there. Most galleries are still in a process of working their way out of showing just men now that they have really been poked at, and now that this issue has been highlighted in contemporary society. I feel like galleries are getting so much better about this, and I couldn't be more thankful. So where have I noticed gender disparity? I have felt this. The way I feel about it is all I can do is the best I can do. All I can do is keep being authentic and making work that speaks to my truth. And I know that just sounds like such an easy, like, cop-out type answer, but I really find a lot of peace in that. If I were never to sell another painting ever in my life, I would still be painting. So the absurdity of it all, you know, this is something that I have to do. So that just gives me peace. So if I feel like galleries are still showing men as a majority, or museums as well, I'm just going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying to lessen that gap between the supposed glass ceiling. I believe that wealth and abundance are available to anyone, and this does include women. And of course, now we're living in a day and age where anyone can succeed. So this is a very, very exciting time. So yeah, you know, there have been times where I've been frustrated by those gender disparities, but I don't really let that control my attitude. So yeah, because I know that my work speaks for itself, and I know that my work will be regarded in a historical sense over time. So yeah, I just find faith and peace in that. George Nichols says, would you like to paint my portrait? Yeah, baby, yeah. No. George, maybe. I'm going to be coming back to Cambodia for a while next year, so I really look forward to seeing you, and maybe we can do portraits. Maybe we can have like a fun day where we swap portraits. So Sammy Neves Jr., who actually recently acquired one of my works, thank you so much, Sammy, for your support. That really means a lot. He asks, what process would someone who has purchased art encounter if the piece was part of an exhibit or show? Basically, you would send the piece back to me and we would exhibit your piece, and your collection would be represented by your name. And if it is a museum show, generally the museum will pay for shipping, so that's kind of nice. JB Yush says, are you gonna make fitness related artwork? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm actually going to be doing a self-portrait in this new series, and I'm not sure what that self-portrait involves yet. Colette Her Out responds, or art-related workouts. Actually that reminds me of this guy who used to be on this treadmill while he painted. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe I'll slip a little clip in here.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the live edition of Let's Paint, Exercise, and let's make blended drinks tonight, and we're taking your calls. All these wonderful things that we can do all at the same time. What we like to do is just get some paint on the canvas, all right? So I got some red paint, and I'm at the bottom of this paint, you know, and I should just throw it away, but heck, I'm just for experimental purposes, it's good to experiment. You know, if anything you gain out of this show is that it's okay to experiment.
But you guys, those were all awesome questions. Thank you so much for your support. I do look forward to bringing you more exciting content. I loved this Q&A video. As always, in great spirits and filled with gratitude. So if you guys got a little bit of insight from this video, please like and potentially subscribe or share this video with someone who might need to hear it. So thanks guys. Have an awesome day.